with Hashemi, the series where partial discharge concepts are explained step by step. Today's episode topic is about the electrical PD measurement. In previous episodes, we discussed about different methods of the partial discharge, and we listed different methods that you have in industries to detect the partial discharge. The most important method of the partial discharge or conventional method to detect the partial discharge is electrical method. In IEC 60270, you can find the definition of the partial discharge measurement. In the high voltage asset or in the high voltage test systems, you have a high voltage transformer or you increased the voltage by some asset. And the test object and high voltage system is under the applied voltage. And if there is no PD, you don't have any event. But if the PD appears, you have current pulses. And the current pulses are initiated by the partial discharge, and you can detect the partial discharge by coupling capacitor and coupling devices. Indeed, by detection of the current pulses due to partial discharge, you measure the partial discharge electrically. In this method, you report the partial discharge based on the apparent charge, picocoulomb or nanocoulomb. Sometimes you hear that for the cable systems, the level and acceptance level of the PD is 5 picocoulomb. Sometimes for the power transformer is 250 picocoulomb. Indeed, you should measure the partial discharge based on the electrical PD measurement, and you report the PD result in nanocoulomb or picocoulomb based on the levels of that device. In addition to the coupling capacitor and detection of the current pulses due to partial discharge, sometimes you use the high frequency current transformer or HFCT. Indeed, you identify the current pulses by the induced method. The units and reports of the partial discharge is almost similar to the coupling capacitor and electrical PD measurement. We come back to the electrical PD measurement and more details. Today we discuss the topic of the electrical PD measurement based on the IEC 60270 standard. It is the most common method of the partial discharge detection. You use the coupling capacitor and coupling devices to detect the current pulses of the PD. The second method and approach of electrical PD measurement will be HFCT. Thank you for watching. We see you in the next episode.